Hello queens. I'm back at y'all with another client tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing y'all how I did this pretty pink super dramatic cut crease. And y'all already know I don't like to do too much talking, so without further ado, we're jumping straight into the video. I'm starting this tutorial off by cleaning my client's face. Now that her face is all clean, I'm just going to proceed to doing her eyebrows. So I'm taking my Nicka K brow pencil. This one is in the shade black, and I'm going to be using this to outline her brows. Now that both of the brows have been outlined, I'm going to start filling them in from the back and working my way to the front. And to fill in majority of her brows, I'm going to be using that same Nicka K brow pencil, and it was in the shade black. To fill in the front of her eyebrows, I'm going in with the shade light brown. And after I've completely filled them in, I'm going to make sure I brush through the brows really good with my spoolie just to create a nice blend. Before I clean up her brows, I'm going in with this clear eyelash glue, and I'm just going to be applying this throughout her brow hairs because this is what I'm going to use to lay them down. And to mold them in place, I'm just using the spoolie end of my eyebrow pencil. To clean up her eyebrows, I'm going to be going in with these two concealers. One is from Nicka K and the other one is from LA Girl. I don't remember the shade name, so I will have them in the description box down below. But first I'm going in with the Nicka K concealer because it's lighter, and I'm using it to clean up underneath her arch. Now that her arch is all clean, I'm going in with that LA Girl concealer, and I'm going to be using it the remainder of the way on the top and the bottom of her eyebrows. Now that both of the brows have been cleaned, I'm going in with whatever is left of that Nicka K concealer, and I'm using it as an eyeshadow base. Whenever you're doing a brown or neutral tone cut crease, you can go in with your client's skin tone as an eyeshadow base, but if you are doing a bright eyeshadow look, I recommend that you go in with a white or beige eyeshadow base. To set the concealer in place and lighten up her eyebrows, I'm going in with my Morphe loose powder, and it's in the shade Banana. To start this eyeshadow look off, I'm going in with my Black Radiance contour palette in the shade light to medium, and I'm taking the sculpting shade from the palette and I'm using it as my transition shade. Now I'm going in with this deep reddish brown shade from my Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and I'm just going to be applying this to her crease. The brush that I was using was not applying the shade how I wanted it to, so I decided to go in with this blending brush from Shop Miss A, and I used it to apply the eyeshadow instead. To cut her crease, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade White, and I'm just taking it on this flat synthetic brush. I bring this brush up in almost every cut crease video that I do. I purchased this brush from the Dollar Tree, and it is my favorite brush to use for doing a cut crease. I don't know the brand name, but if you go to your local Dollar Tree and just see an animal print flat brush, I'm sure you got the right one. It's very precise and I just love it. I'm gonna let y'all watch this process because this is a very tedious process for me, and I always go back in to make sure my shape is as crisp and round as possible, and I recommend that y'all do the same. I'm going back in with that reddish brown shade from the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette, and I'm just applying this at the end of her cut crease. All the exact shade names will be in the description box down below for anybody that's interested. I'm going to go ahead and set her cut crease in place using this matte white eyeshadow from my Morphe 35B palette. And I'm just packing this on her cut crease using this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I'm taking another reddish brown shade from my Jaclyn Hill Times Morphe palette. This one is a little lighter, and I'm just applying this between the dark brown and the white just to get them to all flow together. Now it's time to get into this liner. So to create the hot pink shade, I mixed the red side of this eyeliner with this neon pink shade, and then I applied it to my client's eye using this applicator from another one of my liquid liners. I had an exact combination that I wanted to get, which is why I mixed the two eyeliners together. Both of the brand names of the two will be in the description box down below. And I actually did not create this look, y'all. This is a look that I recreated from this makeup artist that I follow on Instagram. I did tag her in the eye video that I posted, so if you would like to check her out, I recommend that you go to my Instagram, and I would say her name in this video, but I don't want to butcher it and I just feel like I'm gonna say it wrong, so yeah. She is an amazing makeup artist though, so I recommend all of y'all go follow her. As you can see by this look, it's bomb, okay? And I think I nailed it to a T. So as y'all can see, I'm just finishing up on this eye, and I'm making sure I really take my time with it because y'all already know I'm a perfectionist. I went ahead and did the other accent line off camera, so now I'm just going in with my rhinestones. As you can see, I'm taking that clear eyelash glue and I'm just dotting where I would like to place the rhinestones, and then I'm applying them to the spot where I placed the glue using the glue applicator. I went ahead and stoned up the other eye off camera, so this is the outcome of that. Now I'm going in with this chunky glitter from the Makeup Plug. You can find them on Instagram, and I'm just going to be applying this to her wing. I went ahead and applied the adhesive off camera. Just in case y'all are wondering what I use as an adhesive, I just use some clear eyelash glue, but I make sure I quickly go in with the glitter because if that glue dries, your liner may start peeling, so you do not want that. For her foundation, I'm going in with my Fit Me foundation, and this is in the shade Spicy Brown, and I'm just applying this to the higher points of her face. I went in with another darker foundation on the lower points of her face. I believe it was in the shade Nutmeg, but if I'm wrong, I will have the correct shade name in the description box. Now I'm going in with my foundation brush, and I'm just pressing this into her skin. I'm taking my Nicka K concealer in the shade 05, and I'm using this to highlight her face. I'm going in with the same brush that I used to blend out her foundation, and I'm using it to blend out her concealer. I'm going in with whatever excess concealer I have left on my brush, and I'm using it to clean up the edge of her wings. I'm taking my damp Real Technique sponge, and I'm using this to blend out the concealer under her eyes. To set the concealer in place, I'm going in with my Fit Me pressed powder, and this is in the shade Golden Dore. I'm going on top of that Fit Me pressed powder with my Morphe loose powder, and this is in the shade Banana. To bronze up her face, I'm going in with my Black Radiance pressed powder, and this is in the shade Black Coffee. To set the remaining areas of her face, I'm going in with another Fit Me pressed powder, and this is in the shade Truffle. I went in with some black gel liner, and I applied it to about a quarter of her waterline. Now I'm taking some black eyeshadow, and I'm just applying it to her lower lash line. I decided to keep her under eyes very simple since this look is already pretty dramatic. So now I'm just going in with my foundation brush, and I'm using it to sweep away all of the powder. Now that I've swept away all of the powder, I'm going in with some setting spray, and I'm just using it to lock all of this in place. While her face is drying, we're going to be going in with lashes. So I'm taking these lashes off the second row, and I'm just applying them to her eyes. I went ahead and cut them to fit her eye off camera. These lashes came off of Amazon. I told y'all in another recent video that I will show y'all the lashes and tell y'all where I got them from, but unfortunately I will never share my vendor with y'all. I'm sorry, queen, you just gonna have to be upset. Okay, I share everything else with y'all, but lashes, no ma'am. I need them to be in stock every time that I check out, and I already know how y'all do. So no, I hope you're not waiting on that, because you're gonna be waiting for a long time. But as you can see, I went ahead and applied both of the lashes, and I like to let my lashes dry before my clients open their eyes. So while they're drying, I'm going in with some highlighter, and this came from my Be Perfect Carnival XL palette. Now it's time to do her lips. I went ahead and cleaned her lips off camera, so now I'm going in with my LA Colors dark brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to be using this to line her lips. For the center of her lips, I'm going in with this lip gloss from OZ Lab, and it's in the shade number 1. I've been using this in all of my recent client tutorials, y'all. I just cannot shake it. But after I've applied a generous amount to her bottom lip, I'm going to have her press her lips together to help me blend this out into her liner. I went on top of that combination with this clear lip gloss from the beauty supply store. I just wanted her lips to look real glossy. You know what I'm saying? But once I'm finished applying that lip gloss, that will be the finished look, and we'll be getting into the grand reveal. So I'm just gonna let y'all watch. Okay, you ready to see?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just keep getting better and better.
Yes. I love it. Oh, this is nice. Ooh, I like it.
Okay, queens, we made it to the end of this video, and as y'all can see by my client's reaction, this tutorial was another success. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram because Instagram is always in the know. I hope you stay tuned for my next one. Bye bye, queens.